Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight is an open scene. We join of our werewolves, as well as currently a mage NPC also present.
Ooh.
It's a relative evening in Amsterdam. Not a whole lot going on, and you perhaps just find yourselves down by the dock, where you find, and he is next to be a cart. A dock in front of him that has what appears to be a Norse longship there, scratching his head. He realizes where the
Air raises an eyebrow. She takes note of this.
Lucas kind of cocks his head a little bit. This fucking town, man.
And she's kind of just like, she kind of nods at Lucas. And she's like, Tumo look confused to you? Or, you think he's just here to party by himself? She chuckles.
Got me. I don't know this guy. I've never met him.
She leans over and she's like, delivery gone wrong, I think.
Well, maybe we should help him not have to take it back to base, I guess.
Well, Air's gonna kind of walk up and stand next to him and look around. Well, what do we got here? Or rather, what don't we have here?
He looks at you and says, "I call him A and so I call him B." You'd think we'd
Wonder what happened to it.
get noticed. You'd think that'd be something someone would talk about.
Yeah. A whole business just disappearing. It's kind of weird.
Is the dock itself relatively clean, or is there any indication that there was any kind of fight on the dock or anything like that?
No, it's a area. You know, this is not even in the commercial. You see a lot of recreational yachts and stuff area, as opposed to that have, further down the fishing boat. That's a little rougher looking.
Okay.
But this is pretty well maintained.
All right, out of character, it's just up and gone. There's absolutely nothing, no indication it had even been here, or what?
This big long ship looking, looks like a huge boat parked in that space.
What's this guy's name? Tumul?
Yes,
Did you say his name?
she did.
Okay. Lucas looks over at him. Hey, Tumul, is this your boat?
Air shakes her head like, nope.
He goes, no, I got a couple of fishing dinghies down in the commercial to even park up here. Bunch of nice wooden ship. Mine are a lot more Forrest Gump looking.
So,
Well,
out of character, Longship, they don't really have like a hold or anything below, right? They're just kind of everything's right up on top.
The other ones did have like a, but it was not. It was like storage only type.
Okay. So, do we see anyone on board this?
yeah. Phase 1, find out who the ship
From
belongs
here
to, I
you don't,
suppose.
but the beds have a like basically like a canvas tent pitched over it.
Lucas kind of walks down towards the end to see if he can hear anything coming from the tent or see anything, whatever.
Hear movement inside. Kind of got like tent flap.
Does this ship look authentic, or does it look like a replica? Not that Lucas would really know the difference other than whether it looked new or not.
It's definitely new, and you would say it's probably than the originals were built.
Does it have the... I'm trying to think how much Lucas would actually know about these, because he probably doesn't know much of anything about them at all. Does it look like there's any like newer technology on it, or does it look, like oars and all kind of a thing?
It looks relatively authentic. And classic square sails and everything.
Yeah, Air's kind of eyeing up the ship, and she'll take a walk down with Lucas. She's gonna peek in the Umbra. She's just checking out the ship and whatnot on that side. What is the gauntlet?
It'll be X down here.
Okay, so that brings it down to 5 or a 4, I think, for me. I have to double check. Load. Right. Sorry. Okay. 1, okay. So it's diff 5. 3.
3 successes.
Yep.
It is a pretty similar. That's wise. Nothing real.
Any kind of spirits around it?
Nothing's real. I mean, it's a boat, so it's got some around the sails and stuff, but overly radical.
Okay. So it does have a reflection then.
Yes.
Okay. She just kind of peers back over and she kind of looks at Lucas. Any luck figuring out if anybody's in there?
And it sounds like someone's up in the tent.
Okay.
Is there like a heart out of character? Is there like a harbor master or anybody who would be, keeping track of which boats came and went that we can see?
Not anything real specific around here. Apparently, like have some. It's just kind of like an aluminum. No.
Okay. Is there a ramp going from the boat to the dock, or is that pulled back?
No, there's a ramp there.
Looks over at Air. Want to go on and see who's in there?
I kind of do.
Let's do it.
Though I'm also surprised. She looks back over at Tumo that you didn't see anything at all. Being kind of that you hang out at the docks a lot. She just kind of glances out towards the water.
I think a ship that's noticed.
Exactly.
Lucas walks up on the ramp, not actually going on the boat. He's seen enough TV to know that you don't just go on someone's boat. And knocks on the whatever railing is there and just kind of shouts out, "Knock, knock."
In the footsteps along with kind of a. Is that you? What in the hell are you?
Aries is an
Heavens,
eyebrow.
the older gentleman. First, she kind of opened the flap with stick type, and he pokes his head out first. Who are you? What?
I don't know where your boy is.
Sent in the true form. Air's gonna kind of stand up near Lucas and kind of sniff the air as he walks out.
While you're doing sniffy sniff.
Well, if he's guru or kinfolk, I'll know automatically. But if he's not, then I need to roll make my roll.
So this is quite the ship you have here.
As well. Build a good boat.
That makes sense. My name's Lucas.
Air's kind of still eyeing it up.
He kind of looks you up and down and goes, "You
He has a hoodie on, by the way,
you know what?
since
One
he's
of
out of
them.
town.
Well, I assume your horns stick out.
Yeah, they probably.
Okay, well, he'll look you up. You make a habit to go for a jaunt at night, or one of these other.
No, we were actually looking for the sunken Norwegian and found you here instead.
Yeah. I had one on
Looks
my
insane,
roll, by
but
the
I
way,
don't
on sent
know
through form.
anything.
No, you definitely don't look sunken.
How long have you been at this pad? Is that what they call them?
Well, I just this morning.
This morning.
You feel the air feels the mind speak doorbell ringing.
She's not
Just,
gonna fight it.
I, one success you would not have gotten.
Yeah, it's just bizarre, because the
No, okay.
Norwegian, it's kind of a fixture here in town. It's like a meeting place.
It seems like an awfully strange thing to just get up and move overnight. Air's gonna kind of as
Yes, I don't know.
they're
I don't know if I'm
she's gonna kind of scan the dock area. Are there cameras or anything around here?
Oh, security camera. Well, my boy's not
Okay,
back.
and she
You
kind
might as
of
well come on board. Last, I don't know anything about sunken Norwegian, but well, if I start, let you know.
I'm pretty
You
sure
look
we'll
so
know.
at morning. Nothing back. Come on up. Late night party on the old boat. We might as well. They kind of look. And he says, "What's in the cask? You bring ale?" And Tumo kind of looks and says, "Well, and by the God, or sit try and puzzle this thing out. We might as well do it over a few good drinks. Helps one think straighter.
You say you built this boat?
It's a sort of a retirement project.
That's impressive.
It is quite impressive.
Does he seem put off at all by the rage that's emanating off of us?
The two of us combined might be kind of scary.
He does not.
Okay.
Well, that's an indicator.
You know,
Right.
Fan of the things, and of course, not granted myself. I designed it to do the dragon timber.
Ah.
And this looks extremely authentic. Did
I'll
you
be back.
make it using like did you use like modern tools on this, or did you use the older ones? Because he's kind of feeling the planks.
Yeah.
Made all new style. My boy's done a lot of skin. Kids are good, solid in themselves. It's a good paying job. To college takes things like archaeology, leather tanning, weaving. I tried to explain to him these are not skills that are going to be a pliable trade for a significant income. He insisted when he not managed to make a lot. However, well, with enough money to hire a crew and so to do it.
No, not at all.
They're all
Might as well do what you love, right?
and
There's quite a few of them in this
the boy
city.
went off with the crew. Oh, the good.
You hope they do anyways.
I do, otherwise I gotta try and track them all down.
That could be it. That could be something. How many of them are there?
If it does, my boy there makes 13, and myself.
Where all have you?
Decent sized crew.
Where all have you taken her?
Oh well, we started once again. The boy insisted on going to school for history, so we started over here. We're from Norway. We came down to Denmark.
Oh.
We up to Iceland just to prove. We thought, but we go direct this way in. Oh, it turns out the Fish still aren't longship sailing into their harbors. There's not and I tried this there to visit the churches.
They weren't buying.
Maybe they're just
Seem to
greedy
be-
and they want to keep all of their riches.
Does there
Tumo
seem like
finally got. Go ahead.
is there anything that seems supernatural about the boat itself?
It has a. I mean, air knows it has a reflection, so it's pretty fantabulous in one way or the other. For some reason,
I mean, that could just be from using awakened materials, though, right?
or it's just been around long enough, or like I said, it's just there's a variety of reasons.
Okay.
But Eric kind of looks over at the old man here. Did we ever did Lucas ask for your name here? I must have missed it.
He
Oh yeah.
was looking for some Norwegian who couldn't sail, apparently.
Oh boy, Eric kind of face palms.
Oh, they're not
Can
being
you
real.
repeat that? I
Imagine a
couldn't hear
fellow.
you,
My
John.
name is Anderson. Says my
Anderson.
fellow.
She kind of holds out her hand and she says, "Air Sigurdsson, pleasure to meet you, sir."
I'm just Lucas.
Pleasure to you both.
Do you mind if I and she motions like onto the boat, check this out a little more? This is very nice boat. I promise I won't touch anything.
Oh, feel free to take a look around. Oh, pretty damn soon. Out for some food and Rod's blind drunk.
Well, I mean, they could have. It's a pretty popular thing to do here. And
Does
Eric kind of starts walking around the ship like just checking it out, looking at details and all that jazz, seeing if there's anything weird about it. At a closer inspection, she walks around.
Does Tumo have that keg tapped yet?
He does.
Yeah, Lucas grabs a drink and hands one over to Anders and one to Air if she hasn't wandered off yet. And,
Oh, she's wandered off.
okay. Lucas drinks hers and then drinks his own. And then, as kind of a means of distraction while Air's doing her investigating, Lucas sings one of the Viking songs he's picked up using the what's that gift called? Primal song, so that it's like
Ooh,
legit.
yes.
That's
a great gift.
Yeah, to kind of fit the whole mood and scene or whatever, to kind of give Air time to search around.
That gift is sweet. Basically lets you know everything, every song in existence.
And like the style, and it's
right.
It's a kick-ass
culture gift. And everything. Yeah.
And I never get to use it.
Hey, now you do. Yeah, so I don't know if you want me to roll a perception, alertness, investigation, or what.
Let's do that.
Okay. Which one? Alertness or investigation? I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Four successes. I love being blind right now.
Four successes. You are actually right in the turned into the wooden carved ruins.
Ooh. Are they just like basic runes, like just carved there for decoration, or do they seem to be a particular type of rune for a specific purpose?
Well, some of them appear to.
Oh, okay. Well, can I translate? Can I read what it's trying to say? I can read them.
On the top edge is kind of like just by and it lists as well as a
okay.
couple of others, and the Anderson, who is listed I'm not dying. Looking at the wrong thing. moment to find my correct notes.
Oh boy. Why does that name sound familiar? Okay. And she's gonna proceed into reading the runes that she sees. Other ones.
That was made
So just the names and
first harvest in Finland. The types of tools that were used. It says the tool Michaelian mined in other prominent mines throughout the region.
okay.
Near the of Pacific gods to guide the ship and that sort of thing. Appears to
Okay.
like Old Norse.
Okay. Anything other than these runes?
Not too much consistent.
Okay.
Are there any other boats or yachts or whatever within like earshot of where we're at right now?
Most of the yachts, I mean, the particular dock slips are pretty yachts. Trees too.
Okay, so no one's gonna consider the whatever amount of noise Lucas is kicking up to be anything call and complain to the harbor master or whatever kind of a level, right?
Should be pretty.
I mean, he's not going crazy or anything, but I was just thinking like maybe if someone heard him in the middle of the night out there drunken singing, that they'd be like, call and complain about him or whatever.
Oh no. I'm sure this doc has heard louder things.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hmm.
So as he's finishing the song, mind speak over to Air. Did you find anything useful?
Not entirely. I mean, I found some nicely carved rune stones, and they just tell what the ship was made of, praise the gods, and who made the ship.
It doesn't put a timestamp or anything on it, like when they made it, does it?
Did you see anything like that, John?
It had the and stuff and appeared to be within the last.
Yeah, and she just says within the last 5 years. Yeah. It's not a terribly old ship, but it's all done very, very well.
Cool. So
Man.
Lucas wraps up, grabs another mead.
And towards the
Air
end,
just kind of
I feel there's actually a real deep throat singing. Well, very kind of traditional type.
Yeah. When they're done, then he'll look over me. My man. It's some pipes on you there.
Nods says, "Well, take the time to learn. If my boy was going to bother the tree, I can do is learn a little bit."
as Air's kind of walking back around and towards the group, she's gonna look into the actual water itself. Is there anything in there that might give a clue about the sunken Norwegian?
Like, did it actually sink?
Do not.
Okay.
You guys hear a as a quite large young man gangplank or what have you cast iron like footed kind of holds out his hands to the side for two and already I suppose
I'd be
into
lonely
the
too.
armory as well.
I'd be lonely too if you left to go simply get food for 2 hours.
And
Air smiles at him as she's walking up.
you're a bit younger. Your taste is improving, Fox.
Air raises an eyebrow and she's got this no fucking way look on her face.
Lucas is chortling in mind speak.
What's he doing in mind
Like,
speak?
just laughing.
He's laughing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a fine ship you guys have. Lots of hard work put into it.
He says, "Well,
Our friend here has mead if you're thirsty."
and he says, "There's no civilization here after all."
There's
Is there
plenty of it.
out of character? Is there anything weird about the pot, or is it just like a big old heavy pot?
Legitimate cast iron lid on. But I do have to say, Father,
Looks at the. Sorry, go ahead.
past stops. To your implied question, to find food, because apparently this cultural diversity means that traditional fare is hard to come by. I could find Vietnamese, South American, good old-fashioned Nordic food. Took some time, but there's this little pub called the Drakkar. They've at least got
Steel
some
Drakkar?
attempt at historical. On tap that was rather potent.
Ah, I bet he did.
Good do.
She
So
kind of points at the big old cast iron. So you take that with you everywhere?
And for food, you do.
So I assume he also doesn't seem put off by the rage.
You haul it with you even into the city?
He just adequate amount of food.
Oh boy. And you needed a whole cast iron kettle to do that? You couldn't buy things to put in it? You had to take the whole thing.
What are 3 gallons of stew in and keep it hot? So hail.
Oh boy. Actually, you could, but then you'd have to figure out how to warm up your kettle here. Something tells me they don't want you throwing that over a fire on the dock here. She's actively
It's
messing with him.
dock.
I don't know if you'd want to put it in there either.
Well, probably not, but if you're going to do anything, that would be That would be what.
I mean, some modern conveniences aren't all that bad. Carrying a cast iron pot around is completely unnecessary.
Correct.
You do you, though.
I think it's cool.
Didn't seem much of an issue.
Oh.
But
Still
if,
want.
as a fellow with the meat, I had calling him, but I would gather that he did not invite in the rest of you up here, and he generally doesn't go far from the ship, which someone to our humble, they're kind of, Tumo kind of like snorts at.
Well, we were coming to an establishment that is normally right here. But it seems your finely crafted longboat here has replaced it.
Yeah, turns and kind of looks back and forth. And says, seems an odd place for an establishment at a yacht pier.
I mean, it was technically a boat, right, John? Like, actually a boat,
A ship.
not just the appearance of. Okay. Well, I mean, considering the establishment was a ship, not so odd. And something tells me that our friend here was making a delivery to said establishment. She eyes up Tumo and the keg. We were all very surprised to see it not here. You guys came in this morning, right?
That's correct. Was a rather smooth, believe it or not.
And it was here last night. She kind of glances at Tumo.
And says, up in London was.
How long does that kind of trip usually take?
And here's a day trip. It literally takes more time. And they built a
Yeah.
When you guys got here, did the I assume you checked in with the harbor master, and did they act weird at all when you got here?
Oh, they were, well, probably a lot of my to deal with them than anything, but wish as well, and our accountant.
Hmm.
Well, Dad likes his luxury.
Air's gonna try send to the true form on the sun.
Okay.
Out of character, I don't really have any idea how mages work. Can you be a mage and not know you're a mage?
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Well,
I
I mean, I
have
guess
3
it's
successes.
and not reading. In theory, it could be possible they use all coincidental magic and crash, not very discreet avatar.
Oh, the avatar. So they would definitely have seen. Maybe I guess not definitely, but there's a chance that they could have not seen or know about their avatar.
Yeah, a discreet avatar is one like physically.
Okay. So probably if these guys registered as mages, they would be aware of what they were then. Not
That
that
would
Lucas would
be
necessarily know anything about that, but okay.
Air just seems very, very puzzled. She's trying to sort out all the possibilities in her head.
So Lucas mind speaks to Air. I think we probably ought to go talk to the harbor master. These guys seem cool, but I don't think they did anything to the Norwegian.
No, I don't think they did either, she says. Though I find it very peculiar that it's specifically a Viking longship replacing parked now in the sunken Norwegian parking space. I don't think or dock space. I don't think they had anything to do with it, but it still seems odd, don't you think?
No, I think so, for sure. But Maybe this is just where the harbor master puts weird things. I don't know.
Or no, it can't be. I was gonna say maybe it could be the sunken Norwegian itself, but they just got in this morning, so unlikely.
Who owned the Norwegian?
I don't know.
I mean, we both seen some weird shit around here, and I mean, maybe it just poofed out.
Ask Tumo. He might know. She just kind of stares at him for a moment, and then she kind of looks back at the other two and smiles. While I wait to figure out what my
I
3
have,
successes on Scent to the True Form did.
Just a straight wits roll.
Okay.
Two for Lucas.
Standard. 3 for air. 3 and 3.
All right, so neither of you can actually having a regular vanilla mortar him back on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Encountered there was always natural.
Right. That seemed kind of obvious with it being a open meeting place and of it able to be speaking openly and anything am I sent to the True Form? Sorry.
Thing.
Okay.
I don't have a specific role in there. The sun registers as some sort of not a regular fave before.
At this realization, Air is going to do her best to keep a straight face and over mind speak to Lucas. He smells like a fae. The sun. I can't pinpoint what exactly. I don't know enough to do that, but
Does that
it's
mean
there.
the dad's Fae too?
What?
Does that mean the dad would be Fae as well?
Not necessarily. I don't think so. Again, I don't know all that much, but it stands to reason that, for example, just because my mom was Guru doesn't mean I was going to be. You know? think it would fall into the same idea. Oh no, I don't know how they work. Not really.
I've never actually met any of them, so I don't know either.
Oh, there have been a couple around here and there. But
So Lucas goes over and sits next to Tumul and says, "Hey, do you remember who owned the sunken Norwegian?" Trying to decide if maybe it just sort of, you know, popped out of here and went somewhere else.
That's oddly not as strange as it sounds. And goes into the realm of Nightfall. Hello, personally, because we had things, so to speak, but of my kind. I was around watching. Tired.
But if he wanted to, he could have just moved the boat.
Well, see, here's that boat. I could never use any skills. So that didn't work. It was like they were gone.
yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah.
Are the Andersons listening in on any of this? Like Lucas isn't being super loud, but he knows that these guys are supernaturals. He just doesn't
Well, we know
know what
one
any of
is.
that means. Well, we know that neither of them are freaking out with, Mr. Eight Rage standing in front of them. Eight Rage with horns. So
Right.
if they're not freaking out, then there's something. And they seem nice enough. So while he's not broadcasting the conversation, he's not being super loud about it either. He's being quiet, but not like super, super quiet, if you know what I mean.
She's gonna kind of look over to the two guys. The Andersons, as it were. So is Amsterdam just a stop along your way to somewhere else for the night, or you plan on hanging out for a while? She kind of smiles as her eyes shift back and forth between them.
Quality of this reindeer's too, I imagine. maybe what else the fellow knows. I'm always interested in talking history. That history right there. But turning around a bit. Hope to pop over and visit some of
Oh,
Finland a little more. Well, we got some of our
okay.
lumber to Finland. But I hear they
Hair kind of chuckles. Well,
Lucas looks over at Air. Your family was descended from Vikings and everything, right?
well, they were descended of Norse people, yes.
Not like where the trolls are, like the big scary ones.
Trolls are all over the place, I guess, but yeah. There's some trolls.
you Anders kind of starts laughing hearing the word troll. Points to Mikhail and he says, "Troll is the son of a Jotun." And he Mikhail, you were the runt of your family. Through my Jotun, you wouldn't have your boat to drag timber out of the mountains.
Yeah, dragging timber out of the mountains would be an awful lot of hard work.
Lucas mind speaks to Air. What's a Jotun?
Giant.
Ah,
She just kind of chuckles. So, got it. No trolls here. She chuckles.
Yeah, Anders laughs and says, "Of course not. It's a boat." He says, "Kids these
Billy
days just do not
Goats.
learn the old."
It totally reminds Air that she has to go deal with the troll under a bridge. You seem to know an awful lot about trolls. Got a lot of stories or
The
what?
shrugs. Well, I learn the old lore. That's
I'd be interested in hearing some of these old tales if you wouldn't mind sharing them.
He says kinds of old stories. The gods built a great belly god. One of my favorites. Had acquired would not give it back. Less he got a wife because, well, that's the grandest wealth.
Yeah.
If you're going to be owner for a wife, to think of. So he demands to Freya. Freya on this idea. So
Mhm.
the god Loki. I have an idea.
Oh, Loki.
This is Thor, Freya, and he brings Thor dressed as a bride, stunningly. Says, well, we can commission the groom's family weapon is passed to the priest to keep it for their son. The owner being placed into the Thor, Mjolnir in hand, strikes down the Jotuns and returns home.
Well,
Part of that me chuckle is the fact that this battle against these Jotuns dress.
I'm sure he was a lovely bride.
Beard and all.
Yeah.
She had suggested shaving Thor's beard, he probably would not have been around.
This is true. Hmm. Hmm. Era's still sitting now. She nods to this, but she's still like really contemplating what could have happened seriously to the sunken Norwegian. It's like she said, doesn't necessarily just up and disappear unless it does,
I mean,
or it's some kind of trick.
yeah, he says it, out of character. Lucas says this kind of mockingly. He's like, well, I imagine those trolls that aren't here can't make it just up and disappear.
You'd be surprised. Maybe.
Have you guys ever heard of something like that happening? Boat just up and disappearing?
Well, I mean, you hear tales of
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Well. Eris says over the mind, using the mind speak to Lucas. What if it's quite literally a trick?
What do you mean?
Like, what if it's an illusion that it's not here, or what if it was an illusion that it was here in the first place?
I've only
So
been
many
there
possibilities.
once. I mean, and all of this magic-y business is well beyond me.
Veronica and I were there not that long ago with Dracon.
Hmm.
So there are video cameras. How experienced with those are you?
I can talk to them.
You think you can get them to show you something?
I can try.
And she kind of motions with her head in the direction of the couple that she's seen.
I'll go check the shack first. There's probably like a VCR or something that I can just play before I go to all that other trouble.
And Air kind of smiles at them. And so, do you have any more entertaining tales? Perhaps along the lines of Jotuns or trolls or anything else? She just smiles.
he says, well, there's he's I mean, that's tough since there's so many stories. Hard to pick.
That's okay.
Earlier, the first Jotun predated them before his lands. He was killed by his brothers and was used to create the 9 realms.
Air smiles and nods.
Rather but I suppose
Is there anyone in that harbor master shack?
some of the other creative world perception
Okay,
alertness.
he just lets himself in. Oh, okay. Perfect 3 alert messages also 3. Okay. 5.
Success.
Yeah. At a distance, anyway.
You do notice the office watching you, but that's it.
Sorry, I kind of broke up there. I noticed what?
There's a
Did I hear a
large
large
owl
owl?
sitting outside the owl. Bird. Not
Okay. Um, is the door locked?
surprisingly not locked.
Okay, he lets himself in then. Looks for some kind of control room that would have, uh, the video equipment.
And they have DVR video.
Okay. I assume Luke is familiar enough with Weaver tech to navigate his way around that and scroll back the past couple of days and see what he sees.
Yeah.
Or if you'd like, I've got a technology roll I could roll.
Yeah. Sorry.
2.
That is more than pretty straightforward. Interface. So over there, um, that's disembarks truck off the ship in the town. Is in that morning that the harbor was empty, and when you look back over the last couple of years to have been empty the whole time.
Like far enough back that we would have covered the point where Air said that she and Veronica and everybody were here.
Yes.
Okay. Then he's gonna, at that point, when he realizes that it wasn't there, at the point when she says it was, he's gonna like go back through the video recording and like a high speed rewind and look for any change in anything being parked there at all until he runs out of whatever amount of data they have. I imagine they don't have like months and months of data on file here.
You don't see
Of anything being parked there at all.
correct.
Okay. So in the past couple weeks, the only boat that's been there is this longboat. Okay. And there's been, what kind of roll would he have to make to see if there's been any tampering with the video?
I would with psychology would
Okay. He's gonna spend will on this one too. And it's a good thing he did. 1.
you don't notice anything.
Okay. Over the does Lucas know that Willow's here now?
I would assume that all that conversation is going on over your pack link in the side chat.
Yeah, okay.
I'd sure hope so.
Okay. So through the pack link and then also through the Mindspeak, I don't think the sucking Norwegian was ever here.
That doesn't sound good there, boss.
It
And he said it to Air over Mindspeak too, correct?
yeah.
She's just kind of standing on the ship at that point, like, and turns. Like, she's got a weird look on her face as she, like, looks at Tumo and then looks out over the water. She's like, so it was, are you sure?
I've gone through at least 2 weeks worth of footage and there hasn't been any boats here during that time except for this one that just got here this morning.
Maybe it was an illusion.
Maybe we're in the Matrix. Lucas leaves the shack and heads back out.
I'm gonna take a proactive approach because while this might not necessarily be something hinky, it seems like something hinky, and yeah, I'm gonna go to square one for a Ragabash that is not detected because he's on the other side. I'm gonna try to sense worming on this bitch.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness, little baby.
I gotta be better about watching that side chat. Sorry, I hadn't. It
Right,
might
it's
be
cool.
back to Willow. No, I haven't checked.
It's all good. God, I just have to try to remember how to roll over here. It's been a while. There we go. That is straight up a failure. I already know that much, but that's okay. Popping back to Lucas. Well, They don't seem to be floating around with the serpent kind, so I guess it's okay.
I mean, they
And
seem legit.
and everything seems kosher on this side. Maybe they are just of the other people.
That's kind of a weird owl hanging out down here by the harbor master shack. Does it have a reflection on your side?
That's a good question. Does it have a reflection over there, John? Okay, are we talking like faint outline, or are we talking like full blown, like pow, it's a thing and it's significant? Interesting.
Can you talk to spirits?
Hell no.
All right. What's you said the gauntlet was 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the gauntlet was 6.
All right. Bada, bada, bada. 5. All right. Lucas goes back into the shack so no one can see him step over, and then he sidesteps. And apparently takes a while to do it. Unless ones don't. Do one subtract on a gnosis roll?
Yes.
Okay. So with 0 successes but not a botch. Actually, maybe it is a botch. No, it's not a botch.
You hit the wall, basically.
Just can't make it.
Like it's from my understanding, it's like you hit a wall with your face. Pow.
Oh. Is that something you can try again, or is it?
According to rules as written, if you botch, you have to wait an hour. But if you fail, you can.
What'd you say, John? So it wasn't technically a botch. It was just a failure.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
We'll give her another go. That's more like it. So pops over and is the owl existing in both spots at the same time? Like, is it like full on spirit mode on this side? Okay. All right. Lucas walks over to the owl and gives it the respectful nod. Waits for it to acknowledge him.
And flutters.
Good evening, owl. Strange things seem to be happening here at the docks. He has spirit speech.
I'll just and then in. Oh, I just got.
Are you with the crew?
indirect.
Do you know if they had, or if you're coming, or they're coming, or whatever, had anything to do with the sunken Norwegian going away?
Do not know anything about this in Norwegian.
Hmm. So are you just watching the crew here? They seem very interesting. Or are you looking to
I'm waiting for
engage them
someone.
somehow?
Should be back.
She must be the linguist.
Does a little flap a little bit and said, "Yeah, do this."
Cool. Yeah, so we're kind of at a loss here. There was a ship here that had been here for a long time, and I just went through the video in the shack over there, and apparently the ship wasn't there really ever. So just kind of trying to figure out what's going on with that. Have you ever heard of anything like that, where a large group of diverse people would kind of come to the same place and interact with each other? It was kind of a meeting spot for the non-humans.
Yeah. No, be back shortly here.
Cool. Well, I'll step back over there and wait
Down
for her.
on the boat.
Give the owl the.
Down on the boat. Get interesting.
Why? She kind of, when she asks him, she turns
It
to
looks
look at him.
gameplay.
Okay.
He under his breath and shit. Oh, he put like me.
Okay. Mostly.
Definitely some differences.
Well, besides the obvious. Do you want to explain that a little further?
As well, it largely would probably depend on the. How detailed we want to get and how far into theology and such you want to go.
Okay, out with it.
But long story short, that I do. Or at least that's what it appears.
So she's more powerful. Air is making sure to keep this under her breath.
Well, so the way it works is our juice kind of comes from a spirit that's tied to us. Inside us, the theories on it, but
Okay.
the potent determine. And he's got a big.
Oh. How big and how hefty?
Well, I flashy cars kicked back as a son of a bitch. And determine how potent your half is.
Mm-hmm.
The impression I had and things that we're told not. A lot
Just fine.
that's
Okay.
supposed to do.
All right. So. You think she knows something?
I wouldn't believe her if she said she didn't.
Mm-hmm. Air's kind of watching her out of the corner of her eye as she's talking to Tumo.
Is Lucas back at the boat yet?
But yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you see Air kind of leaned closer to Tumo, but they're having a conversation.
Does she have the owl with her when she's walking up?
It was still.
Okay. So when Lucas gets back up to where Air is, say, yeah, there was an owl spirit that was manifested on on our side, but I talked to it in the Umbra and said that this chick should probably know some more about what happened to the boat.
That chick, she kind of glances over with her, glances over.
I'm assuming that's who he was talking about.
Interesting.
But yeah, the Sunken Origin hasn't been here at least in 2 weeks, and there's no evidence of tampering on the video feed.
So maybe it really, quite literally, was just an illusion. Or she kind of glances at
Maybe it was real at the
Two
time,
more.
but now it's an illusion? Or now it was an illusion?
She kind of glances over at Tumo. Is it possible that it was an illusion? Based on what Lucas has just said?
Yes.
Mm.
That's would be uncommon, but I wouldn't say him. Really?
Not really. She kind of glances at the two Andersons just to see if they're paying attention to all this hush hush conversation.
Motion.
Okay. I got 3.
Are we all rolling perk alert or just air? Okay.
With
Okay,
3,
yeah, I
you
had
will
3
notice that,
successes.
yeah, Michaela has eaten close to half the pot of reindeer stew.
And that cast iron kettle is huge, right?
Right? He's eaten at least a gallon of.
Does he continue to eat it? Like, is he still eating even though I noticed that he's eaten a gallon of stew?
He kind of looks at you. Can I get you a bowl?
If you're hungry, by all means. So he's eating a lot.
He's got soup running
Like
down his face. He's like,
even
what?
for someone that this even though he's huge, a gallon of soup is a lot of freaking soup. I need to try, like I'm good. I appreciate the offer, man. It's your soup. Must have worked up quite an appetite hauling that cast iron into town and back. Air just kind of shrugs. Now, Air is trying to ponder. Is there any weird reason that he should be able to eat this much? Roll something to try to figure this out. Just hungry.
Trolls have big appetites.
It does seem to be an unusual amount, but you can't pinpoint what that might be.
Okay. Go on.
So how long until Barbarella gets here?
After, and she comes up. Mikhail. Diverse company this evening.
Lucas gives her the nod.
Air just kind of watches her.
Looking around, she actually looked at you.
Directly at me. I'm inconspicuous. Why would she be looking at me? Not the big tall guy. That doesn't make any sense. No.
And then
Oh, we were just looking for the sunken Norwegian that's not here anymore.
Willow doesn't say anything.
It is an interesting mystery.
The owl at the end of the dock seems to think that you might know something about that or how something like that could happen.
she second. Two more nieces. things I said I don't do.
Yeah.
And she
Air's kind of
for a
watching
second, she
her.
opens again and says, seems what drew me here and happened to be the two sides, because I noticed just a realm remains semi to imagine we tend to stand out.
You think?
I noticed that the disturbance
So do we.
seemed to realms in such a way that were inconspicuous to day folk.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the vessel you were within the same fold to a different realm. So I look at it.
How does something like that happen?
That is a good question. I'm curious about that myself.
I don't know that possibly, but she said not so much different than cross someone with. Just a lot was tethered to. When I tried, I couldn't do so.
So it'd be possible that could be done forcibly. Like if someone with enough power wanted to, you could thrust it out to some other. Yeah.
What it almost seems like is the vessel itself almost a shell that contained its own. I know he would really have. Oh.
Hmm. So if that's the case, that seems like it's not likely that it was
to it seemed to be
forcibly done.
Luckily, anyway, or come back if we decide.
So just up and left.
Out of character. So when we did the Kern building thing, there was all that Gnosis energy that was going off, and then I think there was a post about other similar Gnosis energy going off in the city. Could this have been that?
Far more will actually be addressing.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is completely outside of my realm of expertise.
Yeah, air is pretty her mind's pretty blown.
But to the best of what I can see, there hasn't
Stands
been
now,
any
we are
foul
dependent. Cap.
All right.
Which says, yeah, large number of you here. No. Apparently seems to be fun. Yes. Right? He leaves me any.
She kind of looks over at the sun and says,
Well,
I think your father would
seems-
like some.
It seems to be at least short.
Okay.
Welcome to.
I'm in the area enough.
I appreciate the offer.
Said two more. He says, and you, if you can return with more of these burst according.
Hey guys, I gotta drop.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So Lucas kind of nods at everyone, bids everyone a good night, and then cackling swine speak. I'm gonna head back to the sept and let everyone know what happened.
Good luck, Lucas. Good luck.
And with that, he leaves.
All right. Well. Air is kind of mind completely blown on this one. So basically, everything just kind of slipped away and, well, is dependent on someone else to come back. That's what I got out of this. Would you say that's a fair summary?
She says, "Well, it's pie and the four in the realms they went, but
I'm sure that has its own risks.
yes, especially depending where he went. I generally don't like to follow in unknown realms."
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you don't know exactly where you're supposed to be going. Air kind of actually glances over at Willow. And when we leave here, I have something to give you. Do not let me forget.
He does the noddle.
Well, maybe that's a so it sounds like all we do is wait to see if the Norwegian returns. But if there's nothing suggesting that it's even been here, then I guess it kind of cleaned itself up, didn't it?
And Tumo says, "I'm going to be back, at least get some revenue."
Air kind of chuckles.
He says, "I
Well, at
wonder
least they
if
won't be disappointed.
whatever had over at the shield."
No, you're familiar with the steel Drakkar. Air kind of half
They're
smiles.
doing.
Yeah? Who knows? Maybe I'll see you around there too. She chuckles. I notice we tend to hang out in a lot of the same places after all.
I haven't been. That's what I have
Well,
seen it.
yeah.
Willow just looks between the two of them, kind of back and forth for a second, reading way too much into it.
You had to do that. Air just kind of looks at him. Everything all right over there?
He shrugs.
Is that yes?
Kind of mumbles under his breath. Fun.
Well, hooty doody doody. I have a few things to accomplish this evening yet. And I guess this one's I guess going to the Sunken Norwegian has now been scratched off the list. I suppose I will I guess all we can do is wait for it to come back. That being said, if it does, Tumo, congrats on your extra revenue here. Willow,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to meet me back at the Sept? I have to go get something.
Sure, but you're buying dinner.
Okay. I'll bring back pizza.
Mikhail, his bowl of stew and sits kind of mouthful. Reindeer, quite delicious.
He's going to look over at him eating so unsanitarily out of that cast iron pot and just say something he has never said nor ever will likely say again. Oh, no, that's fine. It's just eating out of a cast iron pot. It's disgusting. It's he just looks over and he says, thanks, but, and I can't believe I'm actually going to have him say this, I'm a vegetarian.
Air just looks at him and she looks at Willow and she's trying not to laugh. And then she says, just to put him on the spot, when did that happen?
Just looks over at her. Oh, you know, about the same time that you became completely sober. Activate infectious laughter.
Oh.
Well, don't I feel like a and you guys fish and booze?
Give me a second. I'm actually activating infectious laughter for this shit. Where are you at? There it is. Hey, what's Air's rage?
7.
Oh, Jesus Christ, why are you so angry?
Hello, ghost. You have doggy breath.
I fail, but that's okay. It's actually better that it fails, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's supposed to make her laugh and forget, right?
Exactly.
She just kind of like looks at him. Just kind of gives him a. It's a playful, dirty look. How about that? Oh, it's on. It's on, Willow.
Willow's gonna do the thing he should never do to Air. He's gonna take a step back. He's gonna wink at her and then vacate.
And vacate. He runs. She's gonna use mind speak on him. Hey, where are you going? I was totally serious about having something for you, and I don't want to forget to give it to you.
I'll be waiting.
See you at the Sept. And Air kind
Isn't
of.
that against the rules for you guys?
What?
All the details, but I thought that was against the rules.
What's against the rules? She
That's
just
you and looks
stares
over
at
Willow
him.
at you.
Me meeting up with my friend is against the rules?
Yeah, shakes his head and he goes, "They drink here for freezing."
She's she knew exactly what he was getting at, and she just kind of chuckles. I don't think I've had enough to drink tonight. It's probably good that I'm about to do this sober. I should catch up with Willow though, so like I said, good luck. Drink some more mead for me. All right, and Air is going to leave the docks. She'll make sure to give everyone a friendly nod and goodbye, or goodbye before she goes. But she's going to go back to her cabin after that and grab an item before heading back to the Sept and hunting down Willow.
Oh, he's doing his old-fashioned fun stuff of being Yoga Wolf.
Yoga Wolf, okay.
Yeah, Yoga Wolf.
Yep. She's Air is kind of marching through the Sept, and anyone that knows what's what, she's kind of got a Jarl hammer slung over her shoulder. I can't recall what exactly it looks like because the scene was so long ago. It's and Air kind of walks up to Willow and holds the hammer out to him.
He's just gonna look the utmost confused he possibly can with the well, there you go. Confused.
Well, this was a fetish made for someone in your family. I thought it only appropriate that you have it.
He kind of gets a somber look on his face.
I was told to do with it to make sure that someone who deserves it got it, basically. And while I could have kept it, it really did belong to you. Every way that I looked at it.
He's gonna hold it with one of his big fuck off hands and just look Air directly in the eyes. Whose was it?
It was Vidar's.
You're right. You could say it's yours, and I couldn't fight you.
But it's not mine.
Does it have a name?
John, did it have a name? Out of character, I cannot remember. I think it did, but I might. Hold on.
You can message me that later if it does. If she doesn't remember right now, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't have any of that information on my sheet.
Maybe Blue Book, we can find it. So
Yep.
It might be, yeah.
It can be messaged later, and that's fine.
So yeah, insert whatever here. That and I have been planning to give that to you for a long time. I just haven't seen you, and
I haven't wanted to be seen. I'm still coping.
She nods. Understandable. With all of the information, just bits of it, or
all of it.
Okay.
People like you make it easier.
People like me make it easier.
And he's going to do something that is characteristic of him. And I'm talking in a flash, lickety split. I know she's not expecting it. He's going to keep holding the hammer with one arm, and with the other big fuck off arm, just place it around her and then just grip her in a bear hug. Like he's not trying to hurt her. Just it's like, yeah, you dummy. And lifts her up in the process.
Okay.
Yeah, you dummy, you matter.
And it might surprise him, but she'll actually hug him in return. After she's collected herself from being lifted up and stuff by giant lizard man.
I mean, to be fair, it's only like 10 or 11 feet off the ground, as it were.
Only. Well, I mean, I did if there's any other way I can help you deal with this, I mean, feel free to ask. I definitely did ask some questions when you're ready for answers.
Another day.
Yes.
Let me get acquainted. He's going to set her down.
Between your pack and me, you have family here.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Kind of smiles at him.
Yeah. Father's side is next to no more. Mom's out there somewhere. And I've got Sage.
Yeah, that's you're yeah. We'll discuss that a bit later.
Not too worried about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Mom's never going to accept me, and that's okay.
That's very possible, but just know that I will tell you this, that your brother definitely wanted the family to claim you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can kick his ass on the other side some point. He took too long. He's just going to grin. Which does not look right coming out of that face.
Yeah, she's good. She kind of like awkwardly smiles, like because I'm trying to picture a grin on
It's
that.
basically Killer Croc's grin, let's be honest.
Yes.
He's going to place the hammer inside of his oversized magpie swag if it fits.
I don't know. Does it fit?
I mean, the head can stick down in there, and the shaft can just be sticking out the other end with it zipped up.
Right.
Yeah, like it's basically just a magpie swag, it's just the size of a big duffel bag. So,
Fair enough.
hey, I mean, it is what it is. And as it stands, the hammer's probably looks like the size of like a ball pin hammer for him in his Reno Swarm. Thank you.
Of course. I think you're the only one worthy of carrying it.
I'm going to need to get some rank soon, or somebody's going to start asking questions about why Cleath has 2 fetishes.
Air kind of chuckles. Well, if they ask, one's a family heirloom. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. And I forewarn you, I don't know how many of my tribe are going to see that.
They're not going to see anything.
I was going to say, if they have a problem, I'll be more than happy to take it up with any of them.
It's okay. None of them will see it.
You're gonna keep it in your bag?
All he does is he's going to take a minute and shift into his Hamid form.
Okay.
And was going to activate a very simple gift that I don't think she remembers, is the beauty part of it. Hopefully I can get it to work first try, so that would be awesome. And
Ooh.
I do. He activates Disguise Fetish. This looks like a 9-iron sticking out of there.
Oh, that's she kind of gives a clap. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go take up golfing. Before I forget, though, Air,
Yeah.
where's my dinner?
Oh.
We're gonna go
You didn't
eat now. We're gonna eat
You
now.
didn't want any of the stew? Okay.
No, we're gonna eat now. You said you're buying dinner.
Pizza?
Okay, fine. We'll have pizza.
What do you want? What do you want, Willow?
No, pizza's fine. No,
Did you have something else in mind?
no, it's fine.
It's fine, he says. It's fine.
He just he gets her over the shoulder with his arm around her and says, "Okay. If you're really gonna bellyache about me, really picking out something that I want, let's go have some lutefisk."
She just looks at him. Oh boy.
Let's go.
That's really what you want.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. She kind of has this look of like the look is even like, all right, we're doing this. Okay.
And I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
Right. Erin, she has a note in her pocket.
I have a note in my pocket.
Right.
What does the note say?
Been written by the and it says the old man anything more than myth. Be someone he is just
Be somewhat cautious. He is still half asleep. In reference to the old man. Got it. All right. I'll have her look over the note and all that jazz further in Blue Book.
say as well. Mike McKell knows more. He's a man of fewer words.
Okay. Good to know. Oh, Grump.
Well, if there's nothing wrap this up, this has been another Nightfall in Amsterdam, an open scene. You're watching.